It's been a rough start for the Miners so far in the league season. Tonight's a good night for Nevada Union to get the first W. It's the first of two straight at home for the Miners as they host Casa Roble next on the Nevada County Game of the Week. Welcome to Ali Gymnasium, where tonight the Nevada Union Miners look to snap a two-game Capital Athletic League losing streak as they host the Casa Roble Rams. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Hallet. An 0-2 start is not what the Miners had in mind to start off the season, especially after the hot preseason that they had, where they went 12-4 and defeated teams Skyline, Elk Grove. But a 1-point loss here to Grant last Tuesday night, and a 3-point loss at El Camino 2 days later. The Miners are looking for a big W tonight, especially with Matt Barnes, who will play basketball at UCLA next year, and the rest of the Del Campo Cougars coming in to Nevada Union High School on Thursday night. Well, Nevada Union is they've had second quarter woes in the past two games against Grant and El Camino. They blew in leads of 19-11 to Grant. Only see Grant take a 26-19 lead and lead 26-21 at the half. And leading El Camino 14-4, only to see El Camino take a 35-30 lead at the half. And Nevada Union played catch-up most of the second half. The game against Grant was an emotional loss, as some of the kids said. But they do say that it had nothing to do with their performance on Thursday at El Camino, where they were down 13 heading in to the fourth quarter, only to score 34 points and go down 74-71. The Rams from Casa Roble already have 2 losses so far in the Cal, so Nevada Union looking to hand them their third loss, but Nevada Union is the only winless team so far in the Capital Athletic League, so we'll see what happens tonight here from Ali Gym, where the freshmen from Nevada Union defeated Casa Roble 49-45. That was in overtime. Casa Roble made a ferocious comeback in that second half to force overtime. And in the junior varsity was Casa Roble defeating Nevada Union Miners 63-54. So Nevada Union looking to take the third and final game here against Casa Roble here tonight in the rubber game of the 3-game set. Still over 5 minutes for game time. And we're going to get Coach Curry's comments on tonight's game and how important this game is. Again, the Miners 0-2 and need a big victory tonight with Del Campo, the league favorite, coming into town on Thursday night on Touchdown Productions. We'll be there, and we're going to throw down courtside to Gil Dominguez, who has Coach Curry. Gil?
Thank you, Mike, and I am here with Coach Curry. Good evening, Coach.
Morning, Gil.
Another game day.
Afternoon, evening.
It's another game day for you.
Yeah, it's always a good day on game day, like I tell you. We just hope to get out of here with a W.
Well, I think we need a W right now, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, we always need them, so never enough of them. But we'll come out, we'll play hard. This is a good basketball team, so we're going to have to play well to beat them.
I was talking to a couple players before the game today when they were watching the JV game, and they're still very excited about the season. They really feel that they're a good team, and these last 2 games aren't really indicative of the kind of performance that they feel they can provide.
Yeah, we're disappointed. We lost 2 close ones. I think that always causes a little bit of reflection internally. You know, you're so close. We need to just find a way to get over the hump.
What's your plans for strategy for success tonight?
We're going to hopefully shoot the ball. Got to skip. I'm really concerned about us defensively. I want us to really get some stops defensively, and I hope we pick up the intensity and force a few turnovers.
Okay, Coach, I know you're anxious to get back to your team, so we'll talk to you after the game.
All right. Thanks, Gil.
All right. Coach Ryan Curry right there. You know, a little bit concerned, like he said. Their 0-2 start puts them last in the Capital Athletic League. They're the only team without a victory right now. Casa Roble at 1-2 coming into tonight's contest. They have one extra game played so far compared to Nevada Union, but things will all even out by the end of the season. But they really want to get that W tonight. They want to be able to notch their first victory. It's always a good thing to notch their first victory. On the flip side of it, the Nevada Union Lady Miners are riding on top of the Capital Athletic League with a 2-0 start, and they're looking pretty good as they head into their contest this weekend. So you have the bottom of the pile and you have the top of the pile all right here at Nevada Union. Of course, we'll bring you all the coverage here on the Nevada County Game of the Week. Mike, back to you.
Thank you, Gil. Coach Curry said 2 close losses, 2 losses by a total of 4 points. So either way, Nevada Union could have had a W in both games, but we'll have to see what comes about tonight as they host Casa Roble Rams here tonight from Ali Gym. Nevada County Game of the Week, Gil Talks television production, has been underwritten and brought to you tonight by Minor Mo's Pizza, the best darn pizza in Grass Valley. Call them at 273-0284 and have them delivered right now. And enjoy Minor Mo's with the Game of the Week.
Liberty Motors. Join the winning team at Liberty Motors where you get sales, service, all at the right price. Liberty Motors next to Rayleigh's in Grass Valley.
The House of Print and Copy, where quality, service, and price mean everything. The House of Print and Copy, 11501 Nevada City Highway.
And by Channel 11 FCAT and Touchdown Productions, a new division of Gil Talks Television Productions, the leader in sports television in Nevada County.
You can watch this game Wednesday night at 8 p.m., midnight, and 7 p.m. And also join us next time when Nevada Union boys host Del Campo and 6'7" Matt Barnes, the big forward who's going to go to UCLA next year, and it'll be interesting to see him.
That's going to be a very interesting contest, Mike, on Thursday night. Of course, the boys can't look forward to that contest. They have to get through tonight first. But Touchdown Productions will have that game for our viewing audience on Saturday, and that'll be a heck of a ball game. So tonight's ball game, when you're listening to it, it's either Wednesday night or Thursday morning, depending on what time you're tuning in. As always, it's 8 o'clock, midnight, and 7 a.m. the next morning.
Del Campo is the league favorite, as Nevada Union is going to try and look to snap the 2-game losing streak in the Capital Athletic League tonight. Casa Roble also has 2 losses, but they also have a W. And like when you asked Coach Curry, they have 1 extra game, and it's got to be a luxury to have 3 of the first 4 league games at home.
Well, that's always a luxury for any team, and naturally, you know, they're trying to do as best that they can. Casa Roble does have that 1 victory, and that's very important for a team to notch that first victory early in the season, kind of help build some momentum and send them along their way on a very tough Capital Athletic League schedule.
Very tough, and Coach Curry said close losses, 4 points was the total of those 2 losses.
Well, I think that kind of sums up the whole athletic talent of the league. The whole league is so strong now that all it takes is 1 or 2 missed shots or foul opportunities that people capitalize on, or some turnovers, and it could turn the whole game around, and a couple of games like that could turn your season around.
Well, there's an article in the Grass Valley Union the other day that Brian Hodges wrote saying 4 losses is what the winner is going to have. And Nevada Union already has 2. They're going to have to. They have 10 games left in the season, and what better way to start than right now?
Well, that makes that shows what a tough league it is. The fact that nobody is going to be running away with this league, and people are going to have to come out and play hard every single night. And when they see each other on the second time around, I think that's when the real shaking out is going to be done. Right now, they're facing each other on the first time around in all the competitions, and the time they're seeing each other. When they see each other the second time around, though,
the season will be half over, and the standings will be, set pretty much, and the winning teams really have to come on at that point in order to win the league.
You also mentioned the Lady Miners off to a 2-0 start and a 15-4 record overall. Tough 2-point win over El Camino on last Friday night.
The Lady Miners responding after that 3-game losing streak that they endured with a really championship, performance coming out and being 2-0. They are one bunch of determined young ladies, and as you know, we've seen them many times this season, and they are just not going to lay down, and they're in this thing for real. And as you remember, lose to Bear River, win the division.
We'll have to see if that holds true as the season winds down. Still a lot of time left in this season. It's just began. It's only mid-January. The playoffs still are in front of us, and we'll see if that section champion does help for the Lady Miners. And we're going to throw it down to the public address announcer.
I believe we're going to be doing the national anthem first. Tonight's national anthem is going to be sung by Carrie Madden, Heather Davis, and Karen Warner. That's Newell Humphreys on the microphone. Let's enjoy their national anthem right now.
Excellent national anthem. We're going to get the starting lineups as Newell Humphreys introduce them to the crowd here at Ali Gym.
Thank you. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, we wish both teams tonight the best of luck. And now, for the starting lineup for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Rams from Casa Roble High School. Number 11, Dan Hooper. Number 22, Shane Calhoun. Number 33, Mike Magliola. Number 34, Corby Palmer. And number 45, Kyle James. Head coach for the Rams is Norm Ryan. Assistant coach, Bello Flank. And now introducing your Nevada Union Miners.
Nice warm of applause for the Miners.
6'1", junior, number 14, Brian Hodges. At forward, 5'11", senior, number 22, Jeff Hallet. At forward, 6', senior, number 11, Justin Anthony. At guard,
And that's starting lineups for tonight's game. We'll redo it. First for Casa Roble, coaches are Norm Ryan, Blano Lang, Larry Doobie, Jeff Ussel. Starting lineup, Dan Hooper, Shane Calhoun, Mike Maglioa, Corby Palmer, and K.O. James. And for the Miners, Justin Anthony, Brian Hodges, Jeff Callan, John McMillan, and C.J. Humphreys instead of Noel Carter tonight. So we'll have to see what that's about. We're about ready to get the tip underway. And joining me tonight is Angie Strom. How you doing, Angie?
Good. How you doing tonight, Mike?
Oh, not bad.
Good.
Different starting lineup. Noel Carter's not starting for the Miners, so wonder if there's some kind of problem with that.
You don't know why Noel's not starting?
No idea. The Rams win the tip.
That's interesting.
Maglio gets it on top to James. Corby Palmer's fouled. He'll shoot two to start it off.
So, and you start with a small lineup tonight.
Small, different lineup. Vatican Union looking to get off the schneid tonight here in the Capital Athletic League. Oh, 0-2. That's not a good way to start off a league play. Rams on the board first, 1-0. McMillan handling the ball for the Miners. Humphreys, Hodges. Over the Humphreys. C.J. Humphreys playing the point. Callan, we got 5 on the shot clock. Miners misfire in the first. Turnover still 1-0 in favor of the Rams, and again the Miners turn it over. Dan Hooper in the backcourt. Calhoun on the left wing. Still 1-0. Callan on the far corner to McMillan. McMillan, another turnover. So the Miners coming out pretty sloppy tonight. Still 1-0. 6:19 to go here in the first quarter. Early substitution for the Rams is Kent Fairborn checked in for K.O. James. Maglioa, side pop by Palmer, good. Corby Palmer makes it 3-0. Anthony steps. Not a good start for the Miners.
What always seems to be the turnovers that plague the NU's offense.
Hooper to Fairborn. Over to Calhoun.
Well, NU's really going to miss Noel's ball handling and offensive leadership on this team tonight.
Yeah, the report we have is he hurt his elbow in practice.
Yeah, he hurt his elbow in practice. Questionable tonight. So I assume this is his first game that he's missed.
Calhoun gets it to Fairborn. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hooper with 2. Puts one up at the buzzer, couldn't get it. McMillan on the rebound.
Nice weak side board.
Push forward, Callan spins. Hodges, 3. Yes!
Nice shot.
Barely trickled the iron. Tied up at 3.
They're considering NU's small lineup. They're seeming to match up with this Casa Roble team is pretty good.
They're
not that much taller. But they can get some help defense on those backdoor screens, though.
Corby Palmer has all 5 points. 5-3 Rams. McMillan dishes out. Callan thought about the jumper, sidesteps. To McMillan, back to Callan.
Well, Cass is really extending their zone. They know that NU's got those great outside shooters here.
Anthony fouled. He'll shoot too. He's fouled by Corby Palmer. Well, what's that going to do to Nevada Union that Noel may not play tonight?
Well, Noel is such an important part of this team. You know, his leadership, his ball handling skills, and when Hodges, you know, between the two of them, it's really hard to cover both of them. And when one of them is out, the defense can adjust and really take Noel or Hodges away. So it's nice having the both of them out there because it's really hard for the defense to react and cover both of them. Right now, the defense is going to have a lot easier time. The rest of the players really need to step up.
We could see Brian Hodges have a big night tonight. Let's see who picks up the slack for the Miners tonight. Hooper Magliola. Soft guard by McMillan over to Fairborn. Hooper Magliola. Travis Nagel into the game on top, guarded by Hodges. Down the shot clock, jumper, bad shot. Allen. Brian Hodges thought about the 3, gets it to McMillan. Inside, Anthony puts one up, off the window. Callan picks it up. McMillan. Jump pass, shot clock down to 10.
Take that shot, Hodges.
3, hit the iron. A foul. Shane Calhoun.
NU's holding the ball too much on their offensive end. On their zone, if they can swing the ball fast, they can get Hodges open for an easy 3-point shot if they can swing the ball a little bit more or even penetrate the inside.
We have the second, just like to say, let's call Miner Mo's and have a pizza delivered tonight and watch the game of the week. It's official pizza shop of the game of the week. And
we have Noel coming in.
Well, that
Carter's coming in for the Miners.
That questionable status was lifted.
Okay. Questionable status to probable. Most definitely.
I'm sure he was itching to get in there. It looks like he has tape around his thumb also.
So was our source wrong? Is it a hand injury or is it an elbow injury?
Again, we're having problems with the clock.
How much did we pay that source? Is it refundable?
It's a tax-deductible item.
Well, I'm getting the write-off.
Calhoun, Fairborn, Hooper, Magliola, and also Nagel. Calhoun, jumper right in front of us. Couldn't get it out of bounds to the Miners.
John does an excellent job on that weak side boards. For his size down there, he's blocking out those big boys and getting those rebounds or at least getting a foul.
Well, the reporter got a big round of applause as he checked in. Oh, remember we said about picking up the slack? John McMillan.
Nice shot.
Well, the Miners coming out hitting the 3s tonight. That's their second one, 7-5.
See, that's what having Noel and Hodges in the game at the same time, it opens up the other players, you know, because 1 or 2 players have to guard either of the players at the same time because they're so good.
All 5 starters can hit from the outside also.
Yes, they can. That's what NU needs to happen.
Oh, traveling call by Magliola. So pretty sloppy beginning by both teams. We set the lineups, Hodges, McMillan, Humphreys, Carter, and Anthony. Calhoun all the way, guarded by Humphreys, knocked away by
Nice
CJ,
defense.
out of bounds to the Rams.
That's great hustle on CJ.
For the Rams, Kent Fairborn, Shane Calhoun, Dan Hooper, also Travis Nagel and Mike Magliola. So again, we're having clock problems. The referee over talking to the clock operator. Looks like we got things straightened out. 2:19 to go, 8-5. Nevada Union on top.
And you need it.
Knocked away. Humphreys with the loose ball. Noel Carter thought about the three. Anthony will take it.
Nice. Great
CJ
defense.
Humphreys, nice follow.
Quite a hustle on that offensive board.
McMillan over to Anthony, to Humphreys. Humphreys gonna drive, kick out to Hodges. Long three on the way, no. Fight for the rebound. Anthony comes up with it. Gets it to McMillan. McMillan drives, kicking to Anthony, thought about the three. Humphreys kicks out to Hodges. Hodges may have a reach-in foul.
Nice patience on that offensive end that time.
I'd like to make that coming up at halftime. Gilbert Dominguez will have Sharon Hill and Debbie Simmons, head cheerleaders for the Nevada Union Miners. So under 2 minutes now is a steal. Hooper all the way, puts one up, good, and a foul. And he could tie it with a free throw here. Well, Coach Curry looks like he's substituting more tonight than usual.
Yeah, he is. He's using his bench and rotating getting some fresh legs in there at all times. It's good.
Jeff Lester check-ins for the first time. Dan Hooper can tie it with a free throw here. And he can't do it, wouldn't fall. Calhoun on the rebound. He puts it up good and a foul. Well, why tie it when you can take the lead?
Point.
Brian Sessions checks in, 5'11" junior guard.
Well, Casa seems to be using a lot of subs too. So maybe Curry's trying to keep some fresh legs in there so we can have his main guys down the end of the game, in the end of the stretch.
Three-point play by Calhoun, so it's now 10-8 in favor of the Rams. 1:30 to go in the first. Hodges is guarded by Sessions on top. Humphreys, Lester. Back to Humphreys, double team. Hodges spot a three on the way, good. His second of the game, and it's 11-10, Nevada Union on top again.
That was great ball movement that time by the Miners.
Sessions guarded by Humphreys. Calhoun. Looks like they're going to call a foul. Justin Anthony picks up the foul.
His third? That's not good.
First quarter, too. He's going to be
He's
sitting
one of their
for a
main
while.
guys.
Well, Coach Curry's going to stay with him.
We need his rebounds.
Under a minute to go and a low-scoring first.
I don't think he knew there was three. This next guy's coming in for him.
And Greg DeWolf will check in. Seconds, too many steps.
In the lineup for the Miners, number 23, Greg DeWolf.
I watched this guy play in Reno, Greg DeWolf. He was, I don't think the NU loses much when they got him in here either. He's a great rebounder. Haven't seen him play much in these last few games.
DeWolf is the tallest player on the team,
Yes, he
6'4"
is.
senior. Humphreys, dish out Lester, side pop, good.
Nice shot.
But nylon, 13-10.
there's two ways that NU can beat that zone. They can do fast, quick ball movement around the top of the key, or they can penetrate and dish out. Both times down, those last 2 times, they've done that.
Calhoun.
Got a good score.
Calhoun. And into the first quarter, 13-10 Nevada Union. Good first quarter at that, too, for the Nevada Union Miners. At the end of one, 13-10 Nevada Union. The Nevada County Game of the Week. The Gill Talk television production has been brought to you tonight by Liberty Motors. Drive the all-new Dodge Durango with City Update is the sport utility of the year. Only at Liberty Motors, the official automotive dealership of the Game of the Week.
The Game of the Week is also brought to you by the House of Print and Copy. Now that the 530 area code is effective, replace those old business cards today at the House of Print and Copy, 11501 Nevada City Highway.
Minor Modes Pizza. Try Minor Modes tomorrow for lunch. Order mini pizza or have it by the slice. Enjoy their salad bar and beverage bar. Minor Modes, the best darn pizza in Grass Valley. Second quarter action just underway. A few seconds in. Sessions in the backcourt.
See, now with Gray out there, NU looks pretty big.
See if we can pull down some rebounds. Fairborn, 3, no.
Great
Hodges.
board by Brian. Nice.
Nice box out. Carter yet to shoot tonight. Hodges inside, double team, looked like a foul, no call. Fairborn drives, coast to coast, too many steps. Also like to mention that this coming Saturday, Touchdown Productions, you can see Nevada Union as they host Matt Barnes and Del Campo Cougars on the Nevada County Game of the Week. Sessions with the steal, all the way, loses the ball up. Hodges has it. Hodges looks to drive, steps back, short. DeWolf, no foul. Greg DeWolf will shoot 2.
Okay, well, I've got more information on Noel. He hyperextended his elbow in practice. Ouch.
That hurts. He's in there
so
right
maybe
now.
That affects his shooting right now. Why he hasn't taken a shot. But Casa doesn't know that, so let's not.
DeWolf misses the first. Still 13-10 in favor of Nevada Union. Early second quarter. Got it. 4-point lead, 14-10. Magliola. Over to Hooper. Back to Magliola. Bounces it to Calhoun. Hooper gets it inside. Shot partially blocked. See what Hodges can do. Humphreys, Lester. Hodges guarded on top. Humphreys gets away, spots a jumper on the way. Good. That is shooting excellent tonight. Hooper up court, gets it to Magliola. Fairborn, 3, good. Kent Fairborn with a 3. 16-13. Lester back, can't hit. The Wolf, got good.
It's good. Great rebound right there.
Well, that's the height you're talking about in the rebounding.
And he's relentless on the boards.
3 points for DeWolf, 18-13. Almost a steal by Lester.
It's one thing that Curry gets all of his players to hustle every time that they're in there. They give 110%.
Magliola chases down the loose ball. Hooper gets it to Calhoun. Fairborn, another 3 on the way. Back iron. Gets his own rebound. Try it again. Got that one.
Cass is coming out in a little zone press here. A little 1-2-2 half-court press. And you've done a good job of recognizing that.
Oh, no, Carter. First shot, he hits it.
Elbow looks good to me.
Timeout, Casa Roble, 22nd, 21-16 in favor of Nevada Union. I'd like to thank Liberty Motors for joining the game of the week. Drive the all-new Dodge Durango. Liberty Motors is the official car dealership of the game of the week. Nevada Union shooting red hot early on. So I hope they can keep this up tonight.
Yeah. It's surprising, too, because Casa Roble's defense has come so far out. It just shows that NU's doing a great job of moving the ball, penetrating, and hitting that open man.
Jesse Taylor into the game for the first time.
Looks like NU's doing a little trapping zone here, too.
Ball rattled out by Fairborn. Lester to McMillan. He's with Hodges, Taylor, and Carter. Hooper, Magliola. Shane Ludington also in the game. Kent Fairborn. And Shane Calhoun. Carter, and we got a foul. Looks like it'll be on Dan Hooper.
Little shove in the back there.
4th team foul for Casa Roble. Nevada Union with 5. Hodges kicks it to McMillan. McMillan thought about the 3, sides in. Ludington on the board.
NU's got that small lineup in again. Let's see how good they do on those offensive and defensive boards here.
Calhoun guarded by Noel Carter. Ludington inside, missed the easy short shot. Taylor loses it out of bounds. Checking in is going to be Benjamin Candy. Candy, 6'6" senior.
Wow.
6'6" junior center.
The Rams are cleaning out their bench. They use everybody.
21-16. Miners lead. Calhoun inside, puts one up, no.
Oh.
Hodges brings the ball up court. Sides to John McMillan, back to Hodges. Hodges inside. Nice. Carter up, good. 23-16. Calhoun guarded tightly by Carter, puts a jumper, bottom of the backboard.
Oh.
Jesse Taylor.
Send that ball.
McMillan to Taylor. McMillan. Carter was open under the basket. Smart decision by Hodges. Taylor inside. McMillan spot, 3. Good.
Nice roll.
Got the bounce.
Do we know what the Castle's record is right now?
They have 2 losses in league play so far, so I think they're 1-2.
1-2.
Well, this would be good for Nevada Union to get that first win and have
Yes.
Castro with 3 losses.
Yeah, and you need to get this win.
I'd also like to mention that the House of Print and Copy, it's the official print shop of the Game of the Week. Visit Sandy Conley and Patty Free. Tell them thanks for sponsoring the Game of the Week. 10-point lead for the Miners. The second quarter's been real doldrum past couple games, but not tonight. Turn out with a lot of fire tonight. Now we heard Coach Curtis say at the beginning that 2 close losses, 4 points total in those two losses.
I think those are almost worse than losing by a lot.
Well, we were here for the Grant game, and that went down to the final second with Mo Carter missing a shot at the buzzer. But it was an exciting game the whole time.
You question yourself as a player after a 1 or 2 point loss like that. You know, if I would have only done that, or if I wouldn't have traveled on that one. You know, it doesn't come down to the last shot. It comes down to a lot of different things that were done during the process of the whole game. But those are killers, losing by 1 or 2 points.
Under 2, Calhoun jumper in front of us, nothing but net. 26-18. Hodges going to kick it to McMillan. He thought about the jumper. Hodges, Taylor inside. McMillan drives. Kicks it back to Hodges. Hodges inside, scoop. Wild shot. Cooper up court. Calhoun, jumper, good.
Oh. All right,
Coach
can't let him get hot.
Coach Gray wants a timeout. Well, that 10-point lead is down to 5.
Is Calhoun their leading scorer? Do you know anything about their players?
I know nothing about their players. They have a lot of good shooters. They're shooting well in the pregame warm-ups. And
yeah.
who looked impressive is that junior varsity team. They handed Nevada Union's junior varsity their first loss of the season. So,
they're a pretty young team, too. They have juniors on this team.
A lot of these players back for next year. I think this will be a good team to watch next year, especially with some of the junior varsity players coming up. Hodges barely got the ball inbounded.
Cass is in a zone press, full court zone press, and you did a great job of breaking it.
McMillan missed the jumper. Fight for the rebound and a foul. 61 seconds to go in the first half. Mike Magliola picks up the personal foul. His first 15 foul. 26-21, Nevada Union on top.
Anthony hasn't played the whole second quarter for NU also.
He had 3 fouls in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's one of their star players.
Hodges, his third 3. Makes it 28-21, 7-point lead. Calhoun, 3 on the way. Good.
Oh.
He's feeling a 3 straight for
He's
him.
not even looking. He's just grabbing and shooting.
29-24. Carter, 3. No. Tip. Lesser saves it. Down to 18 seconds. Hodges, another 3. Wouldn't fall. Loose ball foul on Jesse Taylor. No free throws. Kyle Christian. Kent Fairborn in. 13.5 to go. See if Castle holds for the final shot of the half. Calhoun right in front of us. Christian, 3, no. Fairborn. Fouls, he picked it up. Under a second to go.
NU just seems to be out-rebounded right now. This small team. Cass is getting a lot of these rebounds.
(29-24). Nevada Union's only had 1 trip to the line tonight. That was by Greg DeWolf, but 1 of 2.
Yeah, fouled on the shot. So they have not been in the penalty.
Well, the Rams struggling on their free throws.
That's a plus for us.
Got it. It's a 4-point game. And we've reached halftime. Good first half for Nevada Union. They didn't let the second quarter blues get to them.
Yeah, it was a pretty good half for them.
29-25, Nevada Union at halftime. So we're going to go down to Gilbert Dominguez. He has the cheerleading coaches down with him. Gil?
Yeah, we do. We have Sharon Hill and Debbie Simmons, and they're going to be doing a song right now called
Tricky.
Tricky. So let's take a look at them right now.
I smelled something really bad. And I'm like, oh my God.
Very nicely done. The Nevada Union, what do you refer to them as?
Nevada Union cheerleaders.
Okay, that's good enough for me. I didn't know they're not the Lady Miners because that's the basketball team and the volleyball team. Why don't you step over here, Debbie? There we go. And here we are right now. And with me right now is Sharon Hill right here to my right.
Yes. Thank you. Good evening.
And over here is Debbie Simmons.
Hi.
And let's start with you, Sharon. You guys are coaching the cheerleaders kind of like a tandem team, and you're coaching all three divisions, correct?
Correct. We have freshmen, JV, varsity, and a competition squad. So we have 4 squads.
4 squads. And what's the toughest ones to manage, do you think? Step over here. There you go.
I think that they all have their strong points, and they're just all a great bunch of kids to work with.
A lot of enthusiasm going on with the cheerleaders then.
Yes, a lot of spirit, school spirit, and they just have a good time.
And we were taking a look at some mascots earlier in the game. What's that all about?
We do have 2 mascots, the Miner and newly this year, the Donkey. And that's Brian Wiederholt and Carl Dorego. So they've mascotted Carl has for 4 years.
And what's the donkey all about?
Well, you know, a miner has to have a donkey.
That's right. A mode of transportation for the miner. Very good. Now, let's talk for a little bit about some of the girls. You've worked the program for 6 years, and you've seen the girls come up there. What's one of the most exciting things that transforms the girls, you think, as they go from freshman to senior year in cheer?
I think the most exciting thing for me is watching them learn and grow throughout the program. They become a lot more assertive and outgoing, and that's a lot of fun to watching them grow.
I noticed some of the freshman girls were a little, a little scared maybe to be in front of the crowd and stuff. I know my sons play the junior minor football program, and it reminded me of some of those cheerleaders, where they're not quite sure of themselves. Is that what you see sometimes on the freshman level?
Yes, the freshman level is definitely a learning level, and you probably see the most growth on that level because they're coming in with a little bit of knowledge, and then they gain so much during the season, and a lot of growth is seen throughout the season.
And how do the girls advance then? Is it just through their academic grades, freshman, sophomore, junior, or is there other ways that they can be promoted into the varsity level?
Well, they all try out for their level, and they're scored on a point system. We've had a few girls sophomore level that makes varsity, but generally it's their grade level.
Now, you were mentioning the competition level. That's probably the most difficult, the most demanding, the most, practice time-wise, very demanding on their time and their physical abilities.
Right, the competition level is actually the highest level that we have. Normally, it's varsity girls. We do have a co-ed competition squad here. We have 6 guys, and we have 16 altogether. We have 10 girls on the squad this year. It is a lot of time. It's a little easier because they only have to do one routine. They do one routine for the whole entire year, and they compete that.
They do one routine, but they do it well.
Yes, they do.
And where are these competitions taking place?
We have 3 competitions left, 2 in Sacramento and 1 at Tokay High School in Lodi.
And how are they rated on that? Is that a point system as well?
Yes, it's all scored by points.
And do they have a season where they go from competition to competition, and there's or each competition is its own event with a first and second place and has no bearing on the other ones?
It actually has no bearing on other ones. They can qualify for nationals at different competitions. So there's regional competitions that qualify them for a national competition. There's kind of 2 seasons, one at the first of the year, and now we're getting into like the second part of the season. So we can qualify on the 31st to go to a spring classic in LA at Disneyland.
So what's the standing of our competition team right here at Nevada Union at this date?
Right now, our competition squad, we haven't been to a competition for a few months, so we're kind of going back at it again. We have to get 85% or higher to qualify, so we're ready to go, and we'll be there.
Okay, sounds good. And we were talking a little earlier, and you were saying that this is a new program this year. You have a new format for the girls. That it's the traditional format was they were able just to come out at the beginning of the year and then they would be on cheer all year long. But now this year you're doing a little bit something different.
Well, this is the first year we've tried. We had 2 tryouts this year. Last spring they tried out for football season, and then again in the fall we had another tryout for girls that were wanting to cheer for the basketball season. So we now have girls that cheered football that are still cheering basketball, and we have some new girls that are just coming on for the basketball season.
And how's this being received by the girls?
They're very excited. It took a little bit of extra work on the new girls to come in this late and get all the material learned in a short amount of time, but they're really excited to be here and have this opportunity that they would not have had if we hadn't held the second tryout.
And how many girls were able to be added onto the squad because of the second tryout?
Total, we added 10 new girls.
So that's a significant number then for you.
Yes. And we're really excited to be able to offer that to the girls that did other fall sports and that wanted to cheer. They were able to come on and cheer this season.
And whose idea was this to go into a second level of a second opportunity of cheering? How did that all come about?
I guess I thought about it because there were a lot of girls that had a problem trying to do volleyball and wanting to cheer also, and that's a conflict at the first of the year. So I thought about trying it and seeing how we could get more girls involved, and also new girls coming to the school. They move in after September and it's all over, you know, for them. They have to wait for another year. So I guess it was my idea.
So you'll take all the credit and...
Yeah. I don't know if it's good credit or bad, but I think it's good right now.
No, I think any time you open up an extra opportunity like that for the students to become involved in school activities, that's really what the spirit of high school is all about, to come out and do your best and try as many things as possible. And there are athletes that want to be cheerleaders also, and you're filling a need there.
Yes. I just wanted to say that we're really proud of the girls this year for all their hard work, and they're having a great season. So.
Well, the girls are an integral part of high school sports, and I have to say that we have not covered them maybe as fully as we should have in the past, but we intend to rectify that situation and show them, because they do put in many, many hours in order to come out here and cheer the Miners on.
They work every day. There's practice after school, and so either they're at practice or here cheering for the games, and it's a commitment. They work here every day.
Now, what's the scholastic level of the girls? Do they have to keep up the same grades as the boys and things like that?
Yes, they do actually here at Nevada Union. Cheerleading is a sport. They do get PE waiver for cheerleading. They have to achieve a 2.0 GPA at all times, or they're not eligible. A lot of our girls carry 3.5 and above. We do have 3 or 4 girls throughout the whole squad that carry a 4.0. So we encourage classroom work is more important than anything else first. They have the freshman squad always has a little bit lower, and they work their way up in their GPA because it's a whole new situation to them here at the school too.
Now let's talk briefly. We have running down here with 1 minute left before the third quarter action. The score is 29-25 in favor of our Miners. But let's talk a little bit about some of the alumni, what they've gone on to do as far as in cheer by being part of your program.
Some of the girls have cheered at Sierra College and Sac State, possibly St. Mary's. One of the girls that graduated last year was going to go to St. Mary's and possibly try out. I haven't heard yet what the outcome of that was. There's a lot of rigorous things in college cheerleading. There are some girls that go down to Southern California and cheer, and it's just a real commitment. And so some of them have chosen not to do that when they first go on to school.
All right, well, I want to thank you two for being here with us today at halftime. Sharon Hill right here on my right, Debbie Simmons right here on my left, the two coaches of all the cheerleaders that you see when you come out to the Nevada Union games, the freshmen, the sophomore, JVs, the varsity, and the competition team. So thank you guys very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, so there they are, and they'll go back and talk to their girls, maybe give them a few words of encouragement or give them some instructions right there coming up for the third quarter. They really do a great job, and they are such a big, important asset here. I know they really get the crowd going, and, you know, that's their job, and they take it very seriously. So the score is 29-25 with third quarter action is beginning. Let's throw it right now to Mike and Angie.
Thank you, Gil. And Angie, you had the scoop on Noah Carter. What is it?
Well, it is his elbow. He hyperextended his elbow in practice, and it's kind of been bothering him. He missed practice on Friday, so it's I guess it is affecting his play a little bit.
Well, he has 2 buckets here. He's sitting down at the start of the second half. As the Miners have a 4-point lead as McMillan up court.
I think the reason why he's sitting and not starting is because he missed practice on Friday. But other than that, I think Curry's going to get him in as soon as possible.
Magliol, left-handed shot missed, and he'll go and shoot 2. So kind of a low-scoring first half, 29-25. Nevada had an excellent job of hitting from the outside, which is their bread and butter.
Yeah, and you did a really good job, and they took care of the ball, too. They didn't have a lot of turnovers in that first half. If they can just stop the Rams from getting those second and third shots on the offensive end, that's where Casa Roble was getting most of the points.
And they missed another free throw and got that one. So it's a 3-point game, 29-26.
I think that another key is they need to stop Calhoun this half.
Well, he was on fire at the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, we can't let him get hot again.
So we see Justin Anthony in for first time in a while. He has 3 fouls, but he gets fouled. He'll shoot 2. Only second trip to the line for the Miners tonight.
Well, they took a lot of those outside shots. They didn't penetrate a lot. They just sat on the outside, and they made them, you know. So they didn't have a need to really penetrate. When CJ was in there, he penetrated some. John's done a really good job of penetration and dishing it out to Brian. Brian and Knowles had some big shots on the outside. They did a really good job on the offensive end.
Anthony got the first one. It's back to 4-point game. Can't hit the second one. Magliola on the rebound. Cooper up court. Nevada Union looking for the first league victory of the season. Separate by Palmer, no. Over the back, foul, that'll be on Travis Nagel. So 2 quick fouls on Casa here in the second half. CJ Humphreys chased a loose ball into the cheerleading section. Cooper gets a 2. Corby Palmer. One injury update for Casa Roble. Kyo James looks like he hurt his calf, so he's sitting on behind the Rams bench with an ice pack on his leg. So another out of bounds, still 30-26, Nevada Union, 6:26 to go, 18 on the shot clock. The new shot clock's also here at Ali Gym.
I think Calhoun's going to have a little trouble this half, too, if Anthony can stay out of foul trouble and play some good aggressive defense on him.
Oh, there's Calhoun, like you said.
Well, maybe not. Oh, that was good defense on Justin that time.
Hodges tries, swatted away, but a foul.
Wow. Is that Calhoun again?
Calhoun is the one that swatted it away. Hodges will go and shoot 2. Like I mentioned, Minor Modes. You can visit Minor Modes Party Room. It's a perfect gathering place. Call them at 273-0284. Hodges got the first one. Hodges hit some big shots in the first half.
Yeah, he did. Some great shots from the outside. And Carter's back in the game.
Jeff Callan sitting down. 1 of 2 again, so it's a 3-point game. Hooper got it. We're tied up at 31. Dan Hooper. Coach Ryan calling out the triangle for Casa. But we got another foul.
We got a pushing, shoving, holding foul on number 11.
Dan Hooper.
He tried to put a hole in Carter's back right there. Shot clock reset. Well, the referees have done a pretty good job tonight. Controlled the game well.
Yes, they have. McMillan hits the Humphreys. Steps in. Bad pass. Hooper dives on the floor.
Dang. Nice hustle.
Fairborn comes up with it. And again, we're having more clock problems.
I don't think they reset the shot clock.
So we got a tie game at 31. Third stoppage we've had due to the clock.
It happens. It's a part of the game.
Cooper, Casa can take the lead for the first time in quite a while. Calhoun. Cooper. That was Fairborn. Hodges on the left wing. Dishes. McMillan. Back on top to Anthony. Anthony's going to drive. Finger roll. Missed it. Palmer picks up the board. 3 on the way. Calhoun missed a shot. What do you know?
But he gets his rebound.
Shane Calhoun will shoot 2 coming up. Foul on the shot. Casa can take the lead. Like think Liberty Motors. You can try the all-new 1998 Dodge Ram cab with 4 doors and seating for 6. Go ahead and visit Liberty Motors. It's next to Rayleigh's in Grass Valley. And Casa takes the lead again. 32-31. Short and offensive rebound by Magliola. Inside, Palmer up, good. Casa by 3.
Casa's size right now, they really seem to be taking advantage of that in the second half, third quarter here.
Well, Coach Curry not happy.
And Calhoun, they need to stop Calhoun. He seems to be the heart and soul of that offense and defense.
Well, Justin Anthony's guarding him, and Anthony has 3 personals, so that's the factor, and you know.
You can tell that he's playing a little bit tentative on him, too. He really doesn't want to pick up that 4th foul and be out of the game.
Especially this early in the second half.
Yes, they need him. It's a tough spot to be in, trying to play aggressive, but yet tentative and safe, especially on a player that is that aggressive. You know, he can hit the outside shot, he can penetrate, he's got a quick first step.
He only played approximately 5 minutes to Justin Anthony in that first half. Sat down the entire second quarter. I'm sure that's got to be tough on him because he likes to be out there.
Yeah, and you likes to have him out there. They need him.
Just like to mention that the House of Printed Copy, to where quality, service, and price mean everything. The House of Printed Copies on 11501 Nevada City Highway. Noah Carter right in front of us. Hodges, 3 on the way. Missed it. Magliola goes to the Brian Sessions of the game. Jeff Lester also into the game for the Miners. Magliola missed it, gets it back. Lose it. Hodges, loose ball. 2-on-2. Hodges, Anthony. McMillan thought about a 3. Oh, what a nice move.
Nice crossover.
Oh.
Excellent crossover.
Nagel throwing some elbows and smiling at the crowd. A little showboating going on.
Well, Casa's really trying to utilize their height right now. They're posting up McMillan. They got their larger player on him.
Shane Calhoun, jumper on the way. Hodges gets the rebound. Down to 3 minutes to go. Cross court, McMillan, drive, puts one up.
Move. Dang, there's a lid on that hoop in the second half here.
A little physical play going underneath the basket for both teams. Sessions and Calhoun along with Fairborn.
Have they made a has any of you made a basket this second quarter? Or is it just 2 free throws? Haven't we just scored 2 free throws? We have not made a basket.
No field goals.
Quarter.
34-31. Nagel, he'll be fouled. Question is, was that a shooting foul or not?
I think it was on the floor for the shot.
Hodges picks up his first third-team foul here in the second half for Nevada Union. Carter, nice play. Loose ball. Oh. What elbow was that he hurt? Exchange of words between Noel Carter and Ken Fairborn.
They called that on Noel.
It looked like
Noel. Do you hear here?
Well, I think what Noel was mad about was that elbow.
Well, the elbow, the takedown. I think the takedown originally, the guy had his arm ripped around and pulled him down.
And Noel's holding his elbow. We're getting a little nasty in there now. We'll see what Noel Carter can do. He's got his left hand. Kicks out to Anthony for 3.
We need this shot here. Oh,
and get it.
Come on, guys.
Tipped by Anthony out of bounds to the Rams. Nevada Union without a field goal in this third quarter so far.
They've gotten good shots, too. It's just not falling right now.
Sessions with Fairborn. Carter guarding him very, very close.
Oh,
Carter picks it up. Oh, and another foul.
No foul. Come on, Blue. That's a foul.
Ken Fairborn just pounding on Noel Carter. Foul from behind on Anthony. That's 4.
That's a stupid foul right there.
He knew it.
Yeah, he knew it. He wants it back. I kind of like this fire that Noel's showing right now.
Playing with pain. He was holding that elbow afterwards.
Yep.
Looks to be that right elbow. That is in pain. Travis Nagel will shoot 2. Got it. Well, both teams have shot very, very poor in this third quarter.
Yeah, they have. I think Cass has made what? Well, Oh, no, they had 25, so they probably made 3 or 4 shots this third quarter.
Well, they've been in the line most of this quarter, too, so I don't know if they've got any field goals either.
Well, they got the 1 3-pointer where they took the lead from
That's right.
31
Hooper
to
got that
34.
3, yeah.
And I think they had 1 or 2 shots down in the post. Calhoun had remember Calhoun took Anthony down.
Calhoun got one.
Yeah.
36-31, Lester in the game.
We need to get Noel involved in this offense here. That's what he's doing.
McMillan
Nice,
in front
short,
of us.
short.
Get it. Carter rebound.
Travel.
He traveled.
It's all right. Great hustle. Noel's got 1 shot attempt this whole game. We need to get him shooting the ball more.
Minute and a half to go here in the third quarter.
Nice defense.
Knocked away. Loose scramble.
What's up with this shit?
A lot of physical play going on right here. Mike Magliola.
This is where the refs need to get control of this before a fight breaks out.
Magliola picks up the foul. His second. And they still got 1 more game to play against each other.
At Casa, too.
At Casa.
And I played there. It's not a fun trip down there.
Magliola's going to check out. Lester, nice step. Got that first field goal.
That's a nice shot.
7-minute drought for the first field goal. Gets them within 3.
But they're not panicking either, you know? They've taken the good shots. They're still working the ball.
Fairborn. Hodges falls down. And what's the call by the referee?
I think 3 seconds in the key. I think 23 wasn't moving.
45 seconds to go, third quarter.
Okay, Indian needs to get a good shot here. At least tie it up or come within 1 here.
Hodges.
Oh.
If the Wolf gets it. Hooper.
Trap him. Yes.
Now it's going to go to Casa. What a quarter.
Where you at, 25? Boy! Where's your son? What, you weigh like about 25 wet?
29 seconds to go. Calhoun and Fairborn in the backcourt for the Miners. Excuse me, for the Rams. See if they hold for the final shot. Shot clock is off.
Oh.
No Carter. You know.
Come on. That's not a very good call. Come on now.
See, no Carter gets taken down a couple times.
It's all right. He's hanging in there.
That was third on Noel Carter. Down to 7 seconds to go. Christian misses it. Rebound, put back, blocked. In up 3. Frustrating quarter for both teams. Wow. 36-33, Casa at the end of 3. The Nevada County Game of the Week, Gill Talks television production has been brought to you tonight by Minor Mo's Pizza. Minor Mo's Party Room is the perfect gathering place. Plenty of room for the team or friends and family. Enjoy their big screen TV and, of course, delicious Minor Mo's Pizza. Reserve it today at Minor Mo's 273-0284.
The Game of the Week is also brought to you by Liberty Motors. Experience the all-new 98 Dodge Ram Quad Cab with 4 doors and seating for 6. They're in stock and ready for delivery today. Remember, all roads lead to Liberty Motors.
The House of Printing Copy, the print shop that thinks it's a copy store. Go visit Sandy Conley and Patty Free to tell them thanks for underwriting the Game of the Week.
I have to.
36-33.
You know how to spell. Do you know what year it is?
Just beginning of the fourth quarter.
Oh my God. Whoa. Mike's blaming it on you.
Hooper with the Rams leading by 3. Into the game.
I'm afraid to.
Carter gets the rebound.
He in LA for too long, didn't he?
Tommy Snyder into the game for the Rams. Carter spins,
Nice
foul line.
move.
Carter not happy. Well, the crowd does not like this.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need that crowd yelling.
Boisterous. They call it a jump ball after all that. Not even has it.
Well, McMillan's a tough little guy down there. He can hold his own.
Nevada Union 4 points in that third quarter.
We need to move this ball. Penetrate.
McMillan blocked from behind. There's a foul.
How many fouls is that on him? 4 or 5? Is he out?
Third personal.
Third? All right. First personal.
McMillan can bring the Miners to within one, makes both. He got the first. One field goal, 2 free throws in that third quarter. 36-35. Reset the lineups. Shane Calhoun, Dan Hooper, Tommy Snyder, Mike Magiola, and Travis Nagel. Hodges, DeWolf, McMillan, Carter, and Lester for the Miners. Bump shot, no. DeWolf, McMillan to the Miners.
I think NU really needs that big guy in there, Greg. He's in there. He seems to be a good presence and really affect the Casa shots.
Well, you know, one person we haven't seen much of for Nevada is Jeff Callan.
No, we haven't.
He started both the first and second half, and Hodges, Carter got the roll.
Nice shot.
Carter has 7 points. Miners regain the lead. Nagel puts one up good. Just back down Greg DeWolf and put it up.
It was a good shot there. There's nothing that Greg could do on that one.
Jeff Lester gets it to Hodges.
Brian.
3 on the way.
Oh. Push in the back. Good.
Well, it's going to be on Travis Nagel. Loose ball foul. That should be 1-1 for Greg DeWolf. Well, excuse me, that's Corby Palmer. I've been saying Nagel all this time. It was Corby Palmer. Nagel's now into the game.
That's right. I don't think anybody at home really knew.
6:06, 38-37 in favor of the Rams. DeWolf got the first. Tied up. It looks like another nail biter.
Yes, it does.
Missed it. Palmer on the rebound. DeWolf now 2 of 4 from the foul line tonight. Cooper gets it to Calhoun. Calhoun's gonna drive, get outside Magiola. Missed it. Hodges on the rebound. There's a foul. Calhoun. Calhoun is 4th. And he's hurt. Looks like,
I think he's mad.
well, it looked like he was holding his knee.
Can he land on his knee? Yeah, maybe he hit it on that. That floor is not too soft.
Hodges will shoot. 1-1. Got it.
Nice.
Nevada Union back on top. Got it. 2-point lead. Cooper, a pushing foul. That'll be on Jeff Lester. Kind of a ticky-tack foul. Didn't look pushing from here. So 40-38, 5.5 to go. And Dan Hooper will shoot 1-1. Got the first. There's Coach Curry. Been fairly quiet tonight. Cooper tied up. Brian Sessions in. Five and a half, tied at 40. Almost exact replay of last week against Grant.
Nice move.
Lester got it back. Carter drive. Picks up. McMillan.
Nice
Got it. John McMillan with a big three.
Nice. Great penetration right there by Carter.
First three of the second half. Of course, haven't been many field goals for Nevada here in the second half. Crowd chanting defense. See who the foul's on. Discussion by the referees. Magliola to Calhoun. Calhoun's gonna drive, put one up, partially blocked by Noel Carter. Nagel foul, shoots two. .448 to go.
Calhoun's been kind of quiet this third into the third and beginning of the fourth quarter, hasn't he? Carter's been playing some great defense on him.
Crowd
Pushing him
favorite Camp
out of there.
Fairborn. First one good. One out of two. No Carter. McMillan puts it up.
Oh.
No.
Trap him.
Fairborn. Kasich and Tyre take the lead with the three. Sessions over the Fairborn. Palmer inside, partially blocked. Hodges to Carter. Carter drives. Gonna call it a charge.
Ooey.
So-so call.
I agree. That's a bad call. I don't know. What do you think, Mike? Don't leave me hanging here alone.
Didn't give really Carter any room.
Was he stationary?
4 minutes.
It's 4 on Carter, isn't that? Yeah. He'll be all right.
Sessions, Palmer. Palmer takes the jumper, can't hit it. Carter on the rebound. Hodges, he's gonna be fouled by Palmer. Hodges will shoot one. 1-1, 43-41. Got the first. Three-point game right now. This can make it 4. Good. 45-41, 3.5 to go. Cooper to Calhoun.
Uh-oh.
3 on the way, no good. Lester.
Nice board. Nice board. That's a big board by Lester right there.
See if the Miners can open it up.
They got 3 people up here.
Pick, reset the shot clock to the Miners. Coach Curry wants a 20-second timeout. I'd like to mention that Minor Mo's, sports and pizza just naturally goes together. Minor Mo's, go ahead and call them, have a pizza delivered. It's the official pizza shop of the game of the week. 4-point lead, Nevada Union with the ball. It's going to have to do good clock management and no early shots.
Yeah, they need to work the ball. You know, the Rams, they're in a zone again. They're in a trapping zone. They're really trying to force NU to make some turnovers here. If NU can protect the ball, work the clock, and really work to get a really good shot, you know. They're really overplaying this zone also. So the back doors, cuts, some really easy backdoor cuts, work this defense and make them tired, and play some good defense.
Not as physical by both teams. DeWolf inside, puts one up. Nice. Nice move.
That was nice. That's a pressure shot right there.
6-point lead. Under 3. Palmer cross court to Fairborn. Hooper. Guarded by Lester. Pass deflected by Jeff. Calhoun inside, blocked by the Wolf, big block. And a foul. That's all for Calhoun, he's gone. Calhoun's gone.
That's 5?
That's 5. That should be 5.
That's his 3rd.
Wow, that should have been his 5th.
That's his 4th. Well, DeWolf is making a statement tonight.
Oh, isn't he ever?
I told you I liked his play when he played in Reno. You know, he played probably half the game, and I was really impressed. You know, he really changes the shots of a lot of these players right here.
He's at the line again.
His height is definitely a plus for the NU team.
Got it.
And he's a big guy that can shoot the ball.
Now 3 out of 5 from the line. Got it now. 4 for 6. And an 8-point lead with 2.5 to go. 49-41. Nevada Union on top. Sessions. The Hooper gets it to Fairborn, the crowd favorite. Inside Calhoun, up good. Shane Calhoun put back to 6. Timeout Rams. Why we have time, just want to make sure, just want to let you know that you can join the winning team at Liberty Motors for sales and service. It's next to Release in Grass Valley. 6-point lead with 2 to go. 49-43. See the cheerleaders. That was a nice interview Gil Dominguez did with the coaches, and they really do a lot of work after school and on the weekends. Good shot by the Miners to break the pressure. Oh, and a charge, and McMillan through the elbow. Well, we saw that one. Through the elbow.
That was just a little shove. He was in his face. He wasn't giving him enough room.
There's only been like little shoves all night going on. That seems to be the first time they call a foul.
I'm being a little biased right now. Ref, that was a bad call.
This is the most noise I've seen this crowd make.
I know. Well, it's a big crowd here tonight. Got a lot of student body here.
Calhoun inside. Palmer missed it. Hodges big rebound under 2. Minute 40 to go, to be exact.
And you needs to get a big shot here. Well, look at.
Carter kicks across court. Hodges, nice clock management. 15 on the shot clock for the Miners.
Where they're going to attack is baseline.
Nice job of running the clock down. Carter, 3, good. Big shot by Noel Carter, 52-43.
It's Carter time, right? Is it Carter and Hodges time?
Lester on the rebound. Hodges, 1 minute to go.
Give it to go. Right there.
McMillan. Carter down to 50 seconds.
I think NU's got this game wrapped up.
45 seconds left. It's all but over.
Is that lady singing for Casa right now? Where is she? I think I hear her.
22's a foot pirate.
52-43. Just mentioned that Bouncing Printed Copies where you can get letterheads, brochures, and business store. 11501 Nevada City Highway. And got both of them. 11-point lead for the Miners. Final 40 seconds of the game.
Traveling.
Travel.
You know, the one great thing about this NU team is they never panicked. You know, they have such great poise. He's got such a calm team here. Curry's just done a great job with these guys. They've never panicked. You know, when they were down, when they didn't score 2 points in the third quarter.
Yeah, that was amazing.
The panic did not set in. They just kept working the ball and did a great job. And the shots fell.
Nice job of breaking that pressure. The strip from behind. Carter. It's all right in front of us. Nevada Union will get the ball with 18 seconds to go. Well, this victory will put Nevada Union out 1-2, and Casa drops to 1-3. Big victory with Del Campo coming in Thursday.
This is a very big victory, and you needed this. Get that first win off their backs. They needed to get this one.
Del Campo's playing Grant tonight, and right now, Del Campo's at 8-7. So we'll have to see what goes on. Grant is 2-0 in the Cal. But Nevada Union will see Grant later on down the road. Hope to repay him for that 1-point victory last week.
Yeah, maybe Del Campo can catch Grant sleeping and pick up a win against them.
Well, for Del Campo, Matt Barnes he'll be back. He's missed most of the season with a hurt toe. So we'll see how he does tomorrow night. Good basket and fouls. So Calhoun again.
So we're going to be here Thursday night, correct?
Thursday night.
Thursday night we'll be here again.
For Nevada Union and Del Campo. They missed the free throw. 2.3 to go. And we're just wait for the final horn to blow, and Nevada Union will come away with the first W of the league season. There's 3 at the buzzer. And Nevada Union has come away with the victory. Well earned at that. 56-45. Just an excellent game. Very physical between Fairborn and Carter. Almost a little scuffle going on in that third quarter.
Well, I think it was good. What was his name? Fairborn? Fairborn fueled Carter. Got him going there a little bit. I think Carter was a little tentative, a little unsure about his injury. And Fairborn just, I think, hit him in the wrong place and really fueled his fire. And Carter and Hodges, you know, they're one of the main reasons why NU pulled this game out in the end, you know. They hit some big shots, played some great defense.
Very, very boisterous crowd, Gil.
Yes, it was. And you know, Angie, we did talk to Noel before the game, and they were watching the JV game, and they were saying that they weren't concerned about it, that they felt that they were a better team than their standing reflected, and that they really had that intensity, and they were going to come out tonight and just take care of business.
So they weren't concerned about the 2 losses that they had?
Not really. They knew that they were a better team than that, and they felt that they would shake out by the end of the season, but they were really going to come out tonight and prove a point and just take care of business, take care of the ball, and win a ball game.
Well, yeah, that was good. You could tell that they really didn't let down because of it, and they played some really good teams, you know. The 2 teams that they lost to were pretty good teams.
Well, Mike and I were talking before you were able to join us, and we were talking about how the whole schedule is very tough. And you know, that there are no easy games in this league anymore, and that everybody has to be concerned, even the top teams, about what they're going to be doing in not only the first half but the second half of the season.
It's a very, very strong league, and it doesn't get any easier for the Miners with Del Campo coming in on Thursday night, and Matt Barnes, the 6'7" senior who will be playing at UCLA.
Well, I think that's when they're really going to need to utilize their height with Greg.
DeWolf?
I think Greg did an excellent job. You know,
Oh,
and you should use him a lot more.
Right. The Nevada County Game of the Week, Eagle Talks Television Productions, and brought to you tonight by Liberty Motors. Their service department is the best around. Call Larry and get their everyday special on lube oil and filter service. Liberty Motors is your official Mopar dealer.
The Game of the Week is also brought to you by the House of Print and Copy, letterheads, brochures, and business forms. Let their professional staff make it hassle-free for you. The House of Print and Copy, 11501 Nevada City Highway.
Also, Minor Modes. Sports and pizza go together. It is all waiting for you at Minor Modes. See the Game of the Week exclusively at Minor Modes Pizza, the official pizza of the Game of the Week. Touchdown Productions, you can join us every Saturday and Wednesday evenings at 8 p.m. and 12 midnight, and Sunday and Thursday mornings at 7 a.m. for the Nevada County Game of the Week on Channel 11 FCAT. As we mentioned throughout the broadcast, you can join us Saturday night when Nevada Union hosts Del Campo, and you can throw down courtside Gil Dominguez with two very, very special and important guests. Gil?
That's right. I have two very important guests right here, and it's the Miner that we were looking at. How you doing tonight, Miner? Real good. And his transportation, as we're referring to as the donkey. Now the donkey's new, right? Is that what we understand? And they didn't used to have the donkey. All they had was the Miner, but the Miner got kind of tired of walking all the time. You know, these are a lot of hills up here in the area, and you know, a man needs a good donkey. I think everyone can agree to that. But you know, the donkey, he's part of the team now, and really it's kind of sad because the donkey has no name. Aww. Is that sad? He came to you without a name, right? I mean, you found him kind of like just wandering around, I guess, up there in the hills, and the Miner, you know, lonely as a Miner is, needs some transportation, found the donkey, gave him some food, and now he's your best buddy, right? Okay, so what we really need, though, is a name for the donkey. Okay, so what we need you to do out there is send us a name for the donkey. Okay, maybe we can have give some suggestions to the school, over to the coaches that we talked to before, the cheerleaders, because you guys are part of the cheerleaders, right? Come down off the hills for the game and everything and join us here. But the donkey has no name, so send in your suggestions. Send in your suggestions over to the school here at Nevada Union, or you can send them to Touchdown Productions, 12948 Gaston Drive. That's in Nevada City. And let's see if we can come up with a great name for the donkey, because he's a good old donkey right here. He's helping out at the games and helping the Miner, okay? So thanks a lot, you guys. Stopping by here. You can take your donkey up there now, and be careful. It's a little snowy up there, okay? All right, Miner. Okay, donkey. Thanks a lot. And that's the mascots and their friends. And here we have right now a very happy Coach Curry. How you doing, Coach?
Good. Happy and relieved.
It's always happy on game day.
Yeah, especially when you win. It's really happy on game day.
Now, you know, I was talking to the team, like I told you before the game, and they really wanted to come out tonight and just take care of business and prove a point.
Yeah, and I thought we did that the second half. You know, I think 2 losses, you're looking for a win. Things have gotten tough. We hadn't lost 2 all year in a row. Little adversity, and I really thought third, fourth quarter our kids rose up defensively, held them to 1 shot, and we got a big bucket out of Jeff Lester to get us within 4, and from there on we hit everything.
Now, even down toward the end, you know, you were ahead by a few, and it looked like they might make a run at you there at the end, but it never materialized.
No, we hit free throws. That was the difference. And when we took the lead, we talked to him about Grant. We didn't want to foul, and immediately we fouled and let him hit 2 free throws and catch us again. But from that point on, we didn't foul. We made him hit shots to win it, and they couldn't do it.
I think that big bucket there by Noel in the last minute and a half or whatever, that 3-pointer really kind of was the nail in the coffin for him.
Yeah, I think so too. We got a great penetration. I don't remember who it was, and kicked it out to Carter, and we've done that all year. And when they go in, everybody looks like a hero, and that's what happened tonight. That was great for Carter. You know, having some arm problems, came back, hit us a big one.
Now, I noticed that the passes tonight seem to be extra crisp. Is that something that you've been working on?
We talked more about delivering the ball when guys are open, and if you do that, they're good passes. It's when you wait till he's guarded and then you throw it that you have trouble. But I would agree. I thought we did deliver the ball well.
So you're saying that you were telegraphing the pass then before you threw it, and they were able to pick up on that.
Or even more so that we're waiting, hoping I've got the ball, I'm dribbling, hoping something develops, as opposed to throwing it to the open guy and waiting for something else, then it'll come back to me.
I think one thing I've noticed is that as the guys are playing together more and more, that they know where they're going to be. I saw Carter throw a beautiful pass over to Hodges, the full width of the court, without even looking, and he just knew that he was going to be there.
Yeah, the more they play together, the more they realize where guys are open. They understand defenses, and I think that happened a lot down the stretch, and because of it, we got good shots, and those converted to baskets.
Now, another big game by Justin Anthony.
Yeah, Justin played well, got in some foul trouble early. Pleased with how hard he battled. No more than anything, I thought Jeff Lester stepped up, Hodges, we played Jesse Taylor stepped up, Greg DeWolf, you know, Noel Bryan. I really thought across the board, CJ, who we started, all came in, did the job.
So you got your first victory under your belt. Oh, one thing I wanted to ask you. This was a very, very physical game. They were really pushing and shoving. You know, we didn't see any ambulances out in front of the door here, but it looked like it was just very, very physical.
Yeah, it was physical, and I think it was physical in the sense of competing, and that's okay. You know, kids hitting the floor, battling, brawling at the post, establishing position. I think that's a good physical game. A little bit of maybe an altercation in the corner, that's not, but I was pleased our kids rose up. They didn't get caught up in it. They just took care of business.
No, they had smiles on their faces after they were getting up, after those scrambling for the ball. I don't remember a game so far this season where there's been so much fighting, really fighting for the ball.
Yeah, I don't either. I think we slapped at the ball a lot, doubled down at the post, you know, really went out defensively, and because of that, there's more contact and you're going to see more physical play.
Now, unfortunately, you don't have too much time to savor this victory. We've got another big game coming up here Thursday, which will, again, be on Touchdown Productions. We'll have that game for you on Saturday at 8:12 and then 7 a.m. Sunday morning. And what do you your contestant that night is?
Del Campo, who's a very good team. They're supposed to get their area's best player last year, Matt Barnes, back, was supposed to play tonight. So, you know, they're going to come in here. They're thinking league title, and we're thinking league title too. And they got us last year by 6, and we'd like a little bit of revenge.
So not too much time to enjoy this victory, and then Del Campo's right around the corner. What are you going to be able to do you think, against them to be successful?
Well, I think we're going to have to attack like we did tonight. We're going to have to belly up defensively. And I told the kids in the third quarter, every shot you've now taken is at the front of the rim. Use your legs, and you're going to make baskets. And I think if we do those types of things at Del Campo, we'll have a great chance of winning.
Okay, Coach. Well, it's nice to have a couple games at home in a row, and that certainly has to be a good feeling for the team to get that crowd behind them and to play in their own gym.
Yeah, crowd was great, and I think in the CAL you have to win at home and, you know, hope to go 500 on the road to have a chance. It was nice to get a home win.
Okay, Coach. Well, congratulations on your first W this year, and good luck against Del Campo, and we'll see you on Thursday night right here from Ali Gym.
Sounds great. See you Thursday.
Okay, that's Coach Ryan Curry, Coach Curry, and you know, as he said, it's important to get that W, and they did that tonight in convincing fashion. The Miners defeating Casa Roble, and you know, they don't have too much time to enjoy this. They're going to staring down the barrel at Del Campo. It's coming in here on Thursday night with their big player, Mike. What's his name?
Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes, thank you. And he will be coming in here. I'm sure he's going to be drawing a very big media contingent because this boy is one of the ones that's supposed to go on to Division I play when his high school career is over and make a big contribution to some school. So there'll probably be a lot of media here. Touchdown Productions will be here. KNCO will be here also, broadcasting that game live. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so they will be here also. Tom Fitzsimmons will be here. And, you know, I think it's just going to be one of those games that you really, really don't want to miss. So if you're watching this game, that means it's either Wednesday or Thursday as we do our normal tape delay. Come on down here Thursday night. It's going to be a really, really great game. So that's about it for the courtside interviews right now. Once again, the Miners victorious for their first game this year. beating Casa Roble, and now they go to 1-2 on the season in conference. And we'll throw it right now back over to Mike and Angie.
Thank you, Gil. And before you can even write the score down, they turned the scoreboard off, so I forgot what the score was.
Oh, they won by like 12, I think.
They turned the scoreboard off a little too quick on us tonight. Didn't really get a chance to write anything down. And Gil said Matt Barnes, he has already signed the letter of intent to play at UCLA next year. That is a big power in college basketball.
Yeah, UCLA's got a great team and a great program.
So we'll see. He's been out most of the season with a hurt toe.
Doesn't he play football also?
He played football, and he's killed Nevada Union for 2 straight years.
Okay, that's what I thought. I read about him in the newspaper, about his dual sports, basketball and football.
Well,
I've not got a chance to see him play, though. I'm looking forward to seeing him on Thursday.
I went down to Del Campo High School and saw him play football against Nevada Union back in November, and he's awesome. He 6'7" wide receiver, now 6'7".
Yeah, he's a slender guy, isn't he? He's kind of a tall, slender guy.
The Sacramento Bee did a nice article on him
a
couple months ago.
Yeah.
So, see what Nevada Union can do to stop him. Maybe see more Greg DeWolf, who had an excellent game tonight.
Yeah, maybe see more of him. Maybe even a zone, throw a zone and pack it in there on him, depending upon how their outside game can beat the NU. You know, the higher percentages are down in that key with Matt Barnes versus on the outside. I'd rather take my chances on them making the outside shot versus getting dunked on by Matt Barnes.
We'll have to see how Noel Carter's elbow's feeling on Thursday night.
I think Noel will be fine.
He looked good tonight.
I think he'll be fine.
Well, for the entire crew, Corey Dominguez, Casey Dominguez, Lynn Dominguez, Ryan and Ben out in the truck, Gil Dominguez, for Angie Strom, I'm Mike Hallet. We'll see you next time on the Nevada County Game of the Week. Yeah, it's been very exciting 2 days here from the Ali Gym. And how many years has this tournament been going on that you know of?
For I think approximately about 25 years now. And this, like I said before, this is the first time they're doing the pooling. Usually it's the brackets, and I think Coach is pretty proud of the showing of all the people and all the fans this year, and good turnout.
Yeah, it's been really excellent day. We saw Paul Gross, you saw Travis Thornsberry, Tim Nightingale, and you get to hear from those wrestlers as soon as they got done with their match, as Gilbert Dominguez provided your after-match interviews, as we'll say. And the tournament is wrapping up. All the teams and all the wrestlers are over at the scorers table. Looks like they're just trying to straighten things out. So Nevada Union will go on, and as you heard one of the wrestlers mention earlier, that they have a lot of team tournaments this year and expect the team to do awfully well in those tournaments. Did you like playing in the tournaments or the dual meets?
I like the dual meets. Well, it all depends. The big tournaments were exciting. There are a lot of teams, and the dual meets were exciting, especially at home when you have your home crowd behind you.
Nothing better than some home cooking, especially on your own tournament like Nevada Union had here. And it was a different tournament than before. There were no brackets. It was just a round-robin tournament this year, which was different from the past. But nonetheless, still a good tournament with a lot of excellent wrestlers and from some different schools. You had 2 from the state of Nevada come here, from Sparks and Reno, and a couple schools from the Central Valley coming up to the Gold Country this holiday weekend. We're going to go down to Gilbert Dominguez, who has a special guest. Gil?
And that special guest is Sarah Smithers. How you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing great, thanks.
One of the few women wrestlers, the few late minors on the wrestling team.
There's not that many of us.
But how's it going for all the lady minors on the team?
Actually, I think they're doing pretty well for a woman wrestler and how they wrestle towards guys and stuff. I think they're doing great.
Now you, unlike Tiffany, who we talked to a little bit earlier, you happened to win a couple match this weekend.
Yeah, I won my friend Sarah. Yeah, I pinned her in the second round, I believe.
Sarah on your team? Or?
Sarah Clark.
Oh, so you guys wrestled with each other because you guys are in the same weight classification.
Yeah, we were in the same pool. I don't know if she's the same weight as me, but we're in the same pool.
So it was NU versus NU then.
Yeah, there was a lot of those matches. There was a lot of those.
And had you wrestled her before in practice?
No, I hardly ever wrestle against her. I usually wrestle against guys in my own weight.
Oh, that's right, because she is a different weight class than you. Which one is she in?
She's in 125s, which is only a level up, so I can wrestle one level up.
And then what level are you in?
I'm 119s.
Oh, so it's very short, that weight class between What about if you're 120?
If you're 120, then I think they'd have to go to 119s because it's too far apart from 125s.
Oh, I see. That's right. There's 6 pounds difference there. I was thinking 121. Okay, so this is your first year on the wrestling team?
Yeah, this is my first year. I'm really happy to be on the team, too. It's great.
What about the wrestling family here at NU? What's your experience been with that? All the people that are involved, the boosters, the coaches, the parents?
Well, it's pretty tight. It's a tight family for the wrestlers. I mean, we get together over the weekends and we practice and we do hard work to get where we are. We do a lot of hard work.
How many hours are you practicing, you figure, a week?
Well, 2:30 to 5 on weekdays, and then Saturdays for a couple hours.
That's a lot of dedication.
Yes, it is. A lot of dedication.
Did you know that it was going to be that much work when you started?
No, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm getting in shape. I'm loving it. It's great.
So what would you say if there was some other girls out there that were thinking about doing something wrestling, not maybe a traditional women's sport?
Don't be afraid to wrestle guys. The guys they're totally afraid to wrestle girls, but you gotta tell them, you either wrestle me or you're off the team.
So do you think that's an advantage then for you, if the guys are afraid to wrestle a girl, that psychologically that you can use that to your advantage?
Well, not really, because after like maybe the first move you can, but afterwards they're like, this girl can probably beat me if I don't go easy on her, or if I go easy on her. I better toughen up and act like she's a guy or something. They call us generic guys sometimes.
The generic guys of the Nevada Union Wrestling team.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you very much for spending some time with us, and congratulations to you on your victory over Sarah. And you know, I'm sure we'll run into her somewhere along the line, and continued success in your wrestling endeavors.
Thank you.
Okay. So that's Sarah Smithers, one of the lady minor wrestlers. There's only 5 of them, as we understand it. This is our first time covering wrestling, so we don't pretend to have all the answers here or know all the people involved, but from what we can see, it's a very intimate group of people dedicated to the sport of wrestling. Many hours of practice go into their sport, and they're right over here in the wrestling center over by the swimming pool, I believe. Wes, did you spend a lot of time there over there in that building?
Oh, yeah. Many hours in there.
So Wes can tell you a lot of time spent over there. Your whole life is probably over there if you're a wrestler, but it's very good. It's a very good, clean, wholesome, very athletic sport. Excellent condition you have to be in. And, you know, we'll try and track down a few more wrestlers here. They're doing something over here with the public address system and handing out some overall awards, but it's been a terrific match here, terrific tournament for NU, flawlessly presented, very few problems, if any, with all the matches and all the coordination that has to go on for this tournament. And Coach Pilcher and Coach Vogt, you know, deserve a big congratulations from the entire community, because it takes a lot of effort, and a lot of these teams have stayed here all weekend long and staying with relatives, friends in the various hotels. They've been going out to the local restaurants and just enjoying the community that sometimes we take for granted here in Nevada City, Grass Valley area. So while we try and track down some more people, they're going right now for the award ceremony over here. Let's throw it up to Wes and Mike.
Thank you, Gil. And they are having the award ceremony down in the middle of the PA system. They're going to give out the awards and find out who got first place and who got second place and whatnot. And you probably spent a lot of time there, Wes.
Yeah.
Is it fun?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
How big is your trophy case at home?
It's getting pretty big now. It's getting pretty big.
Do you plan to go from Sierra College to go to a university?
Yeah, definitely university. I was thinking about University of Reno, Nevada, but I'm not sure since I got second place this year. If I get in the top 3 next year, maybe I can get a scholarship and go somewhere else.
What is your goal after college? What do you want to do?
I want to end up being a special education teacher and a wrestling coach somewhere in Nevada.
That's something to look forward to. As Wes Mayfield, he placed 7th in the state last year?
Yeah, that's correct.
And he graduated from Nevada Union High School last year also, correct?
Yep.
And he placed 2nd in the state at Sierra College this past fall. So got a good wrestler here, as you heard some of the wrestlers say. A couple of the wrestlers say when they were interviewed by Gilbert Dominguez. And you'd like to appreciate Gil Dominguez. He did a good fine job of finding those wrestlers and interview them after the match was over with. And the wrestlers were very gracious to come out and talk about the matches and talk about what a help Wes has been to them. So, what is your involvement with the wrestlers nowadays?
I'm now at Nevada Union. I come in every Tuesdays and Thursdays to help out. Nick Baldwin and Joey Mackey are the two that I'm going to try and focus on wrestling with and teaching. And then there's a couple, the 3-pounder and 12-pounder, Eric Giardina and TJ Hooper. Those 2 guys, I need to work on them with leg riding. But just the 2 days a week, and that's all I have to do right now. And then later on in the season, I'll start the freestyle program and coach full-time there.
Well, we're just talking about Gilbert Dominguez and his interviews, and we're going to go down Matt's side for another interview with Gil Dominguez. Gil?
Okay, thank you, Mike. And I'm here with a plethora of NU wrestlers. Right here to my right is Jim Bajo. Right here is TJ Hooper. And over to my left right here is Eric Gardina. And what weight class are you guys wrestling in?
112.
112?
103.
103?
119s.
And the 119. So you're the big...
Actually, 125s today.
125s today. But you can't go 119s?
119s, 125s, or 130s. I fluctuate in that area, depending on what I weigh.
Right. And all of these wrestlers... Right now, they're still continuing with the award ceremonies here at Ali Gym. All of these boys were in the gold pool today. Is that correct? And what does it take to get into the gold pool, Eric?
3 first wins and no losses in the first bracket. No losses in the first bracket, I guess. So.
And what was your road to the gold pool? What were your matches like?
I had it pretty easy for first off to get there.
Did you have any pins or anything?
I had a pin and just one.
Jim, how exciting is that when you can pin somebody out there?
Oh, it's great. There's nothing like it. It's a really good feeling when you can beat somebody that well. When you work that hard to get to where you can beat them.
What's more gratifying, Eric? Pinning them early in the match, or maybe you're behind in the match and then you come back and you pin them?
Having a long match, a tough match, real good guy, and then coming back in the end and beating him. Because, I mean, you feel good, you won the match. It was a tough match and a good guy, and you went out and you won.
What are some of the intangible qualities of wrestling, maybe like character or endurance that you've been able to experience?
Yeah, endurance, a lot of it. Big part is endurance. You need to be healthy and strong, and just hold your breath and hope to win.
It's that easy, huh? Just hold your breath?
No, not really.
What about injuries? It's a very physical sport. Have you guys had any problems with any injuries or?
Yeah, I sprained my ankle about a month ago, and it's still kind of sore, but it's healing up all right now. But earlier in the tournament, I know one guy sprained his neck or did something like that.
And what about you? Have you had any injuries?
Not yet.
Pretty lucky then, huh?
Yeah.
Just a little sickness. And what about you?
Broke my thumb and sprained my knee.
Broke his thumb. He still got it in, was that taped up or is that in some sort of cast?
Taped up in a sling.
Taped up in a sling and hurt his knee. And over here we have some more Nevada Union wrestlers. We can pan the camera right over here. What's your name?
Sean Gibson.
And what weight group are you in?
112.
12. And how did you do this weekend?
I took 4th.
Took 4th. And over here we have
Chris Hammer. 3rd at 112.
Took 3rd and 112, and he was showing us this little medal over here off camera. We can show that right there. That's what they were on. That's what they were all aiming for, getting the 3rd place. So very nice. That'll go in your trophy cabinet then.
Why, yes, it would. And I'm a killer bee. I did it for the killer bees.
Okay, so we got the killer bees here. These are, what grade are you in?
11th.
11th, okay. So you're a junior then. Okay, and what grade are you in?
I'm a junior. Freshman.
Freshman, okay.
Freshman.
Freshman.
Senior.
And a senior. So just some of the many faces that we hope will be seen throughout the coming year as we cover the wrestling here at NU. It's getting kind of wild down here. We got intermittent wrestling just breaking out right in front of us. So we'll throw it back up to you, Mike and Wes.
Thank you, Gillen. Those medals are something to look at. Gil Dominguez had a little wrestling match in front of him himself. What can we expect from the NU team this year?
I'm not really sure. I've been really to get out there and take a look at the wrestlers, but always NU comes out with a powerhouse team. You can expect a league title out of them and a run at the section title this year.
So we'll see what the season brings us. A new year is upon us, 1998. And for the entire crew, for Gilbert Dominguez, executive producer and courtside interviewer, Ben Obi-Wan Palacio in the truck, Casey Dominguez up in the booth, and Corey Dominguez giving you the floor shots. I'm Mike Howell along with Wes Mayfield. We'll see you next time on Nevada County Game of the Week.